Hello boys and girls, welcome to HeroesMart Academy. This is 5th grade social studies. We are going to be walking through the history section of the 5th grade curriculum right now in social studies, and this is going to be week number 1. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the causes and the effects of European colonization. And colonization right now, talking from the standpoint of the United States colonization, but we're going to be reviewing what actually happened prior to the United States colonization by the Europeans. And if you will recall from 3rd grade and 4th grade, we talked about how Christopher Columbus, an Italian voyager, stumbled on the Americas in his transatlantic exploration for financial opportunities and for religious purposes. So they traveled in 1490 together with a bunch of his friends from Italy, and they stumbled on South America for the most part. There they found Native American people and would lived in vast lands without any sophistication of armory compared to those from Europe. So that opportunity that Christopher Columbus started in the 1400s spread like wildfire all across Europe, and then he brought other people to start wanting to explore the North American continent, and that's how the things started. And this expedition of the Europeans spread into the North American continent and resulted in the Spaniards' colonization of St. Augustine in Florida, which is actually what started the United States colonization by the Europeans. And actually the St. Augustine exploration dates as far back as the 1500s, 1565 precisely, and that's before the Plymouth colonization of Jamestown, and all of that. So you need to take a note of that, so that this one happened over there back in the 1500s. So if you're trying to look at the chronicles of events, which there's a lot that we are going to be reviewing here in this week, I'm gonna write down for you in here. So there was 1490. Don't forget that, the 1490 of Christopher Columbus, CC. All right. And there was 1565 of St. Augustine colonization by the Spaniards. So we're going to call that the Spaniards, okay, from Spain. They did that colonization. And then in the 1600s, the Pilgrims from England started coming over to the United States as well. They came over to Jamestown, Massachusetts, and all of these, started what we now know as the United States of America. So you can say that the U.S. traces its history back to this Latin American continent, which Christopher Columbus started, and then moved on to the exploration of the Spaniards in 1565, and then in the 1600s the colonization started with the English Pilgrims and the Puritan fathers, and the rest of it, they say, is history. Alright, so significant individuals during the colonial period will include people like William Bradford. He was a long time member of the Puritan group that separated from the Church of England in 1606. He was born in 1590 in Yorkshire, England, and you can read the rest of it right from here. Another person here was really significant is William Penn. He was the founder of Pennsylvania, one of the original 13 colonies of the United States. Another person is John Smith, John Wise, and Roger Williams. All these are a few examples of the people who started the colonies that we are talking about right now. So please go ahead and take a note of those things from your workbook over here, and you are going to see a little exercise as a homework to help you retain this content a little bit better. So for example, this action over here is telling us to describe the precursor to the European colonization of the United States, and your answer is going to be the precursor to that, or what happened before that, was the Christopher Columbus exploration of the Americas. You're going to talk about that. What is the oldest European colony in the United States? Well, the oldest European colony in the United States is going to be right over here, St. Augustine, all right, which is now located in Florida. And you're welcome to write an article based on this bullet points over there. Read it out to yourself and turn this bullet points into sentences. Turn your sentences into paragraphs, and you will have written out something that you can retain a little bit better. Alright, so that's what we got for you today, boys and girls. Week number 1 of Social Studies. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Until next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with HeroesMart